Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel. My name is Gulsan and I help you with your spoken English. Today in this video, I am going to be talking about how to become a fluent speaker in English from a scratch. Yeah, that's the topic I'm going to talk about in my today's video. So if you are interested in learning English, if you are interested in becoming a fluent speaker in English, I want you to hit the like button and I also want you to watch this video till the end, because by the end of this video, you would have learned how to become a fluent speaker in English. Because I am someone who has learned English from scratch. Let me tell you about my background first. I come from a Hindi medium background. I never went to any English medium school to learn English. I have completely learned this language from scratch. So if you are someone interested in learning English, I want you to watch this video till the end, because by the end of this video you will not be the same person. So before I talk about the steps that you must have to take in order to become a fluent speaker in English, let me talk a little bit about my English fluency journey, so you will be better able to understand my point of view, or you will be able to relate with me better. So let's get started and talk about my English fluency journey. My English fluency journey started in 2021 when I got serious about speaking in English. I had three big difficulties that were stopping me from speaking English fluently. The first was, as I told you, that I come from a Hindi medium background, and coming from a Hindi medium background, it was hard for me to learn this language, let alone speaking this language. So it was hard for me. So the three big difficulties that were coming in my way of speaking English was, first obstacle, that I didn't know how to write in English. The second was, I didn't know how to read properly. I didn't know how to understand this language properly. And in order for me to speak this language, in order for me to communicate in this language, these were the things that I had to learn before I could speak in English fluently or communicate in this language effectively. So, as I told you that there were three big difficulties coming in my way of speaking English. The first biggest obstacle was reading. Yeah, as I told you that I didn't know how to read properly. So what I did was, I started with reading books, and the books I was reading was from fourth standard or fifth standard. Yeah, those were the books that I was reading, because I wanted to be comfortable with the books I was reading, because the more comfortable I was with reading, the more I was reading, and the more I was reading, the better I was becoming at reading. So if you are starting with speaking English and you are starting from scratch, where you don't know how to read properly English like me, I want you to start with fifth or fourth or even third standards books, and these books are going to help you make you a fluent speaker in English, because this will build your fluency, and this is what you have to build at this level. The second problem was for me was understanding this language. Yeah, I didn't know how to understand this language. When I got started with listening English, I didn't know what was being said in whatever I was listening. I didn't know. I was listening to this language like mad. Like I didn't know, like I am not understanding what's being said. But despite I was not understanding, I kept listening to this language every single day, because someone who was fluent at this language had said to me to listen to this language every single day, and that's what I was doing. And in 3 months I got, like, I started understanding a little bit of this language. Like I started understanding a little bit, and then as I kept listening more and more and more, I was getting comfortable with this language as time passed. And I could see that, I could notice that the more I was listening, the better I was getting at speaking English too. I used to speak whatever I was listening. I used to repeat whatever I was listening, and that's how I overcame this problem. I immersed myself in listening to this language, and I even today listen to this language. And now I am not listening to this language for the sake of learning English, but I am listening to this language for the sake of knowledge gain. that's what I am listening to this language for today. Now let me talk about the third problem that I had when I was learning English. That was I didn't know how to write properly in English. So as I told you that I come from a Hindi medium background, and coming from a Hindi medium background, you don't know how to write in English because your brain is not trained to write in English. You have written everything in Hindi because you are from Hindi medium background, and now when it comes to writing in English, it was hard for me. Like I was not able to write even a sentence in English without making some error in that sentence. So in that way, I was not able to write. So I started learning grammar rules. Like if I wanted to be a good writer, I needed to learn grammar rules. So, and that's when I started learning grammar, and I learned almost everything in grammar. But I'm still writing and I still polishing my writing skill. And if you want to be a good speaker, you must know how to write properly, because when you are able to articulate your thoughts and pen down all your thoughts on a piece of paper, you get clarity from there. And when you get clarity from there, you will become a very articulative person. Although writing is not that important in speaking fluent English, but when you write, you learn how to articulate your thoughts in written manner. When you pen down your thoughts on a piece of paper, you learn how to articulate your thoughts in a written manner, and you get clarity from there. And when you do that, you are now able to speak in a manner that people will able to grasp your idea very well. Like you will be delivering your sentences in a way that people will able to understand very well. So this is what happened when you write. When you write, you are now decorating your sentences in order, and if you are doing that, people are going to grasp your idea very well. So this is what happens when you write. We will say you to write every single day if you want to be a fluent speaker. Yeah, this is what I have done in order to become a fluent speaker, and now I can say that I am able to articulate my thoughts well in this language. And if you want to become a fluent speaker in this English, this is what you also need to do, and this is what I did to become a fluent speaker in English. So if you found this video any helpful, I want you to hit the like button, and I also want you to subscribe to this channel, and let me know if you want more videos like this in the comment section.